Let's go. Let's go. Just waiting for Kuya Fala to accept the invite to this IG live. Thank you guys for joining. 11 of you guys already. Sup, Rapa? Hello, everyone that is joining us right now. This is my fifth attempt going live. It's been not working so far. Hopefully, Kuya Fala accepts the invite right now. I'm sorry, Ken, you can't come on this week. We tried. I tried for 5 minutes. Apparently, there was something wrong with the connection. Oh, Kuya!
What's
What's up?
up? How you doing?
What's up, man?
Good, man. Good.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh,
I know
dude,
it's
thank
pretty
you for
early
having
over
me.
there. Oh, it is my pleasure. It is my honor, sir.
Sorry that
All right, so
I'm outside. I'm in the front of my house because there's too many people in my house right now because obviously the quarantine. I don't want to make too
all
much
right.
noise. Everybody's asleep.
Everybody's still asleep. Are you live with your family
But
right now?
my girlfriend, my mom's here, but
Yeah.
we're all trying to stay in one place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So I'll just let you know how this goes. So I'm just gonna start off with a few questions for you, and then we're probably gonna take it to the fans right here. The fans are
Okay.
like, there's a lot of comments right here. So anyway, hi again. Thank you, Paula, for joining hashtag PWOG Live.
Awesome.
So can you just give us a rundown on how you're doing with the current coronavirus situation over there right now?
I'm just trying to stay home, man. It's the first week or two is very jarring. Going to supermarkets and everything is like everybody's packed and taking all the toilet paper, all the water. Now it's kind of I guess the people are actually kind of used to it right now in a weird way. So like not that it's normal, but like we're handling it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No. Yeah.
but it's still scary.
Yeah.
Going to like to a store and there's a line because there's like only a certain amount of people that can be in the building at a certain time. It's like
Yeah.
it's like one of those alien movies.
Yeah. I know.
Or
Like
an
there's no one
apocalyptic
else in the
movie.
world.
Everybody talks about like
Yeah.
the zombie apocalypse, but it has that feel.
Yeah, I understand. How long have you guys been in quarantine so far?
I think it's the third week. My area's in lockdown for I think Sunday. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Wow.
How about you guys?
3 weeks. Yeah, no, I get it. All right. We've been quarantined for around almost 3 weeks also.
Okay.
So anyway, there's a lot of people already commenting. All right. So they're asking about you speaking Tagalog. Like, how much Tagalog do you speak? Can you speak it fluently?
Okay, so I can. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I can hear it more than I can speak it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
It my tongue can't connect to my brain. You know what I mean? So like if you talk to me,
Alright.
like I can literally answer back in English. But
Yeah.
when it's
Okay.
time for me to speak in Tagalog, it's gonna take me a minute. When I was younger, I used to visit the Philippines every summer, and my Tagalog was a lot better then. So like
Mhm.
as I haven't been going to the Philippines, like it kind of dwindled away, but like
Yeah.
I can still hear it. I have the ear for it. Like I'll watch TFC or ABS CN, or you know what I mean, on television
Yeah.
and watch, and I can understand what's happening. I just won't be able to answer back. It'll take me a minute, but I can figure out the words.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, so let's try. Actually, I have a question also. So I saw online that you're built from Nueva Ecija. Is that still happening in Impact or?
It's okay. So that's more of for me. Like my family's from Gapan,
Okay.
so like that's kind of like my nod to my family and from where we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in my hand, I'll always say Nueva Ecija. You know what I mean? But
Cool.
sometimes on television they'll say from the Philippines or if I have more control depending on the event, I'll say Nueva Ecija. Some people can't
Mm.
even pronounce it,
Mm.
dude.
I know. I have that same issue right now because like where I'm from, it's called. I live in a city called Bacolod City, but like the island is called Negros Occidental.
Okay.
So if I go overseas in America, I can't say that at
Oh
all
yeah, yeah.
because you know. All right. Anyway, let's try to go. Oh my God, there's a lot of comments. I'm gonna try to see any questions that came up. Okay. Damn, that's a lot. All right. So, just looking. Oh, thank you guys for saying hi. So there's a lot of people.
Good
Shout
on,
out to
guys.
Pot. Shout out to you. What's up? Okay, so all right. I'll read a saying like, "Let's get some lechon when you come over in the Philippines." So
totally.
when was the last time you were actually here? When was the last time you were here?
I want to say when I was like, I want to say when I was 13, so it was years ago. I think it's 98, 99. I want to say. So it's been years. I'm totally down for the return though. You know what? I'm down for
everyone's missing the tone right now. Sisig.
Yes.
Okay.
But I need to go from that actual like place it started. Aling Lusing, or is it called?
Oh, you know about Aling Lusing in
Come on
Pampanga?
now, what are you
That's
talking
awesome,
about?
man. That is awesome. All right. So since we're on the topic of food, so would you say that sisig is actually your favorite Filipino food?
Yes. I wouldn't. Okay, so it's hard because like I'm a food guy, so there's no like favorite food. Like my go-to when I go to a Filipino restaurant, if there is, it's lechon kawale. It goes sisig and lumpia.
That's both totally awesome choices, I have to say. Yeah. Okay. So moving on, my tag team partner, Ken Warren, who couldn't join us like earlier because of my connectivity issues.
Okay.
He's actually asking about the episode of Impact where you first started talking, that 70 show style promo. So why did it take so long for you to start talking? I know you did the ba thing for the longest time.
So like,
why did you like
my character? Okay, my character kind of evolved from like I always said I was from the Philippines, but my character like was more or less like I took a lot of from all the big guy savages. I took a lot of pieces from each one growing up. You know what I mean? So like I always related to the wrestlers that didn't talk. Plus like I'm socially awkward, so it's hard for me to actually like it takes a lot for me to actually speak, although like I feel like I've gotten a lot better during time, but like I was more comfortable doing like no words and having more facial expressions. I feel like it was stronger for me, like it hit the crowd better for me not to speak, so I used that to my advantage for a long time, but like as wrestling goes, as you wrestle, you need to evolve. So it was, it felt time to actually, talk. And thanks to TJ, I was able to add more identity to my culture. You know what I mean? So like, I took advantage of that and try to at least he helped me use like my culture to my advantage.
You know what I mean? All right, that's awesome. All right, yeah. So anyway, on that vein of talking about TJ and your culture, we got a question from Alright Benjo.
Yeah.
What really does matter, sides or size?
I mean, yeah, actually sides. I'm not gonna lie. Sides doesn't matter.
Sides is life. Sides is life. All right, shout outs to people who are saying what's up. Real DJ Dells, Real DJ. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Too many people actually. All right, so I can't say hi to all of you. So here's a question from Pot Spice. So what are you and your fam doing while in quarantine?
Watching Netflix. Me and my girlfriend are playing a lot of video games. She's not a video game person, so like I'm kind of teaching her, and it's actually like really fun. I don't know if you're familiar with Borderlands.
Borderlands, yeah.
So like,
You're teaching her Borderlands?
oh my
Wow.
god, like yeah, like so like we went through the whole like series. We just finished 3, and like the last like 3 or 4, like I want to say 2 months. It's pre-quarantine, but like the last 2 months
Yeah.
we've been on that game. So
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. Wait. So is it true? Oh right. I saw that you tweeted. Did you tweet about the thing where you were going to be part of a new wrestling video game?
yes,
I think I've seen. Like I'm not really. Can you? Do you want to talk about
I
that for a bit?
really I haven't spoken to the guy in a minute. I don't know exactly like what I can reveal yet, but like I'm excited. That's all I can say. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So they're telling me right now to invite you over to Bacolod for some chicken in asal. Do you know about chicken in asal?
Chicken and what?
Chicken in asal. Chicken in asal.
What's that?
It's a. It's like a. It's my hometown's like signature dish. It's like a roasted chicken with very good marinade.
Oh, totally.
So
I'm down.
a lot of people know about it in the Philippines, but like abroad, like people overseas, the Filipinos who live overseas, they don't really know about it.
Yeah.
So like when they come home, I usually like bring them over and then
Dude,
let's have some chicken and salad.
honestly, like please, yeah, like anything that's hometown that not a lot of the food bloggers really talk about, like that's something like
Yeah.
I'm totally down for. I mean, granted, like there's a lot of Filipino stuff that I've known outside of like the YouTube videos and like the Anthony Bourdains, but it's something learning from experience. But like yeah, like I'm totally down if you can give me a tour, man, please.
All right. Yes. Hopefully you come. You go. I think you've been talking to Red. Have you been talking to Red for a little bit?
I can confirm nor deny. You know what I mean?
All right. You working. You working. Okay. So since you're like quarantined at home, do you have any like home training recommendations? As asked by Potch Spice again. What do you do?
So I'm okay. So like I have a I wouldn't say a dumbbell set, but it's like it's the bar that has the different weights. And I've been doing nothing but band work.
Yes.
Like
Resistance bands.
resistance bands, yeah, totally. And
Yeah.
so like when I was in the gym, I was more about the elliptical because like my joints are really bad. So like I've honestly just been walking around the block, you know what I mean, as much as I can. I'm not one of those athletic guys. I'm not like a TJP that can like do all these like CrossFit things. I'm more simple.
Yep, I get it. Yeah. All right. So a lot of people have been asking about the TJP tag team. So who actually between the two of you, who was the one who thought of that?
It's TJ, which was like
TJ
I'm
was
like
TJ.
totally grateful. I heard through the grapevine that he wanted to team with me, and the day we met, he mentioned it. Like it was probably the first thing he said, and it was cool. Yeah.
It's awesome. So
yeah, so like
it's
huh?
yeah. I just have to thank you guys for like representing the Philippines over there in Impact and on
Dude,
like
I gotta thank
TV.
him for giving me an opportunity to evolve my brand and my character and be more realistic, to my culture.
Yeah.
It's all him, bro.
Right. No, I owe him a lot too because like when he was here and then we had that match together, I learned a lot from him.
Like okay, so
like,
I didn't get to see clips, but like the picture like looked crazy. It reminded me of like the ending of WrestleMania 20 with like the streamers and all that. I heard it was a very emotional moment.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. It was an amazing moment for all for entire Filipino wrestling scene.
Yeah.
So anyway, going back to the questions, I am Bernice is asking, what would be the first thing you do after the quarantine is done?
Wrestle. I
Yeah.
think every wrestler took wrestling for granted.
Yeah.
Like
I get it. Like
yeah, man. I just wrestle, man. Like as much as I can. Or like just anything like that. That's what I felt like I took for granted is the fact that like every weekend I had a show, I had something to do, or like during the weekday I had something to work to. like I was focusing like every day to better myself for the weekend. You know.
Yeah. So, well, since you're under contract with Impact, is it hitting you a bit hard, or it's not too much? It's not too bad right now.
Yeah, it's in what way?
I mean, like financially, is it like
Like my independent bookings, like obviously, like you know, I haven't had any shows, so it's been tight, you know.
Yeah. So, if you want, like, just if you have any way that we can support you, just let the guys know right now. So,
Dude,
like, drop any links or like
I'm a
any.
grown man, brother. I'm gonna survive, dude.
All
You
right.
know
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Respect.
Because
Respect.
my one request is everybody take care of themselves, man. You know, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all I can like
That's
really
true.
say, bro.
Yep. Okay. So we got a question from Lexus Rob. Like I can't read that. So he's asking how you were able to lose so much weight because like I know like you lost like a ton of pounds when you were like on Impact.
I just worked out. Honestly, I just worked out. Like
Plain and simple.
I just focused on cardio and like I okay, so I used to just do cardio just so I was able to be in shape to just finish a match. So now I'm not only doing like cardio, I'm also weight training and I'm making sure that I eat right. You know, it's been hard since the quarantine. I'm not gonna lie. So you might see a pudgy Fallah Bahh when, but like you know, I'll be back on track as soon as the gym can be open.
Yeah, I agree with that because like it's really hard to work out at home. Yeah. Like it's hard to get motivated to do anything.
I saw somebody.
You gotta do what
I saw somebody that was actually like very inspiring. Somebody, actually from PWR. He got like a board and like I wouldn't say tabo, but it's
that's
water.
Chris Panzer right there.
Okay, yeah.
That's Chris Panzer.
Okay,
he's a beast.
Yeah,
he is crazy making his home gym like that. All right. So anyway, going back to your the people that have inspired you. You mentioned that when you started out doing the no talking thing and just doing the ba ba ba.
Yeah.
So who were the wrestlers that you grew up idolizing to like emulate that?
Okay. So all right. So like okay. So the people that I idolize, like growing up before I was a wrestler, like it was like the Mick Foleys. It was the Shawn Michaels. I know they all talk, but like the inspiration, like I obviously when you started wrestling, you were watching like obviously when you started wrestling, you started watching wrestling in a different light.
Yeah.
You started studying tapes. You started looking for inspiration to add to your character. Like once I started watching wrestling, I started watching the Yokozunas. Once I started wrestling, I started watching the Yokozunas, the Umagas, the Kamalas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Vader spoke, but like he more or less had like a manager speak for him. You know, like it's like it's all the big men. You know, like I was taught to study tapes. Study wrestlers that had the same body size as you. So, like, I went that route.
That's good. That's awesome. Okay. So, how did you get your start in wrestling, actually? Like, when did you start training? Who did you train with?
I started in 06 with Kevin Knight in New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Me and Justin Carino had our first match together. If he's watching, I had to mention him, you know?
Shout out to Justin Carino. Yeah. All right, so we got some questions again. So from Al will read, who's your dream opponent, present day, and anyone from history?
I thought about this. I got an interview like 2 or 3 days ago, and I really thought about this. And like it's like lately it's been really hard to figure out like a dream opponent because I wrestled so many like people off my bucket list, but like as of right now, like I want to have that match with TJP.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But that, like,
Okay.
but like in a light of a competitive match, I've seen him bring the best out of so many wrestlers. Just with my time with him, and I
Yeah.
am like chomping at the bits to see like 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 how the best he can bring out of me. You know what I'm saying? Or what I can bring out of him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I get it. He brings out the best in people.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt about it.
I mean, you're like
Okay.
you're in this to wrestle and be the best, right? So the
Yeah.
only way you're gonna get
Exactly.
better is getting more opponents. You know what I mean? Out of your bucket list and learning from the best.
Yeah. Totally agree. Okay, we got some more questions from WrestleBro01. What inspired you to do pro wrestling actually?
Wrestling, dude. What are you talking about? Wrestling, wrestling inspired me.
Plain and simple.
The fact that I was so socially awkward as a kid. The only thing that I could like that keep my attention was pro wrestling. That's what
Yeah.
inspired me to wrestle.
I understand. Robinson 12 is asking, will you ever go back to Grimm's Toy Show, GTS?
Probably not.
Sorry. Fine. All right. Ken Warren is asking, do you have an ultimate cheat meal recommendation during the quarantine?
Ultimate cheat meal. Dude, like almost every meal in my quarantine meal is a cheat meal. I'm not gonna lie to you. Lucky Me Pancit Canton.
Mm-hmm.
Just like 3 bags in one, and then just eat that with rice.
3 bags?
Yeah, of course. What are you talking about? You see how small those things are? Come on now.
Yeah, I know. Do you put egg on them?
Yes,
Do you put egg?
totally.
Oh, there you go. Hella Pinoy.
Yeah, man.
All right. So I have to ask also because like your recent promos with TJ, you've been doing like a very hard Pinoy accent when you speak English. Where did you get that from? Are you watching
my mother, my father, like all my family members? What are you talking about? Like something like that. Like the reason why I do it is it's a nod to my family, and it's a it's a no good. It's an inside joke. It pops me. You know what I mean? Like I'll show my mom and like she'll laugh because like I use that to make fun of her. You know what I mean? So
it's at least she's laughing.
Yes,
at least she's laughing. She's not busting out the chinelas for doing
that. Of course. Well, maybe like before it was on television. You know what I mean? Maybe if I did that before television, she'd probably be upset. She's like, Francis, you're embarrassing me.
All right, we got another question from Mao del Rosario. So, what are your top 3 favorite wrestling matches of all time? I guess ones that aren't yours.
Oh, ones that are mine? Dude, that's hard, bro. Like,
yeah,
I need some time. Like, I'll tweet you like in a couple of days when I can't. It's hard, man. And it's weird because it's mostly like those matches that like don't fit my style. Like a Eddie Benoit, like when he was Tiger Mask and Pegasus Kid. Like it's something that I don't do, but like it's something that like I wish I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like it's one of those kind of like it's gonna take. Actually, you know what? Like no, Pegasus Kid and Tiger Mask. That's one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like when you're watching, you know that you can't do that stuff, but it inspires you so much.
Or
you want to go out there.
Or then you work yourself to be able to do that one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. All right. So Potch Pies is asking, do you have any Netflix recommendations?
Tiger King. Tiger King.
I've been seeing a lot of it online. Tiger. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's just like the life of like the people that has like the big cat zoos. It's just crazy, man. It's just like insane, man. They're all like that whole like group of people. They're all out against each other, and like one of Joe Exotic is in prison for not attempted murder, but like conspiring to murder. It's crazy, and it's all for big tigers. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Oh, I get it. Okay. All right, so guys, you heard that. Watch Tiger King on Netflix.
Do you guys like anime?
All right. Oh yeah, a lot of people here love anime. Got any anime recommendations?
There's damn man. I can't think of the name. Baki? You ever saw that from Netflix?
Baki, yeah.
It's like
Baki the
it's
Grapple?
like yeah, dude. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Very violent.
There's a lot of people from PW actually watch JoJo on Netflix. So maybe if you wanna,
I'll check that out. What do you mean JoJo? Oh, Bizarre Adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, but JoJo. Okay, I saw the first season.
Okay.
Yes.
I think they would want you to keep watching because like there's a lot of people that are fans of JoJo.
Every season is a different JoJo, right?
Yeah, it's a different JoJo every season.
Cool.
All right. There's like checking out other questions. All right. Ken Warren's asking. Oh, what the heck is that? Ken Warren's asking, what's the inspiration for your tag team finisher with Kuya TJ?
I wouldn't say it's just one of my moves and one of his moves and how it blends together. I wouldn't say there's necessarily an inspiration. I would just say it's like a jigsaw puzzle piece that we're trying to fit together. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So we're running up on 30 minutes. Anyway, so I have to ask this question. So besides Impact right now, is there any other promotion that you would like to work for? PWR.
Dude, I honestly just want to travel the world doing this, bro. There's like the art, no matter where you go, is all the same. It's just your story behind it and where it brings you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a kid from Jersey, and there might or might not be talks about me going to my homeland. You know what I mean? That's special. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, maybe like when you go overseas, like do you ever imagine, like the thing that you love as a child brings you wherever you be? It doesn't matter where I wrestle. It's just where wrestling takes me.
Yeah, all right. I understand that. We have a question from Mao Del Rosario again. Do you have any stories from when you would play wrestling with your siblings when you were a kid? Did you play wrestling with, with any brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child, but like I got cousins, and I always got in trouble because I was the biggest one. And I was the only one that watched wrestling, so they didn't understand it, and I would always end up hurting them by accident. So all those stories involve me having flashbacks of getting yelled at by my mom or my uncles. So like that's the gist of that. Is as I was the only one in my family as a kid, like in my generation, to watch wrestling. My grandfather watched wrestling. Like my childhood memories is more or less watching it with my grandfather. Yeah, watching it with my grandfather. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily playing because like nobody else in my generation watched it. So I will say, like my friends, there's a lot of memories playing video games. But there's a lot of...
On that note, there's actually a question over here. So what's your favorite wrestling video game if there's
No
actually
Mercy,
someone that asks
hands
that?
down. No Mercy, hands down.
Yeah, No Mercy, okay.
Or that whole genre of N64 pro wrestling, like whether it be WCW Revenge or WWF No Mercy, that whole brand of wrestling itself was my favorite.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we're rounding up almost 30 minutes. Are you still good for time?
Yeah, I've got nothing else better to do. I'm quarantined, brother. What are you talking about?
All right, so in terms of your wrestling career right now, do you have any goals that you're looking to...
I want to see how far my tag team with TJP can go right now. Right now, whatever I'm doing with TJP, I'm in tunnel vision. You know what I mean? Goals, I feel goals evolve during time, and it might switch depending on your situation. But yeah, like whatever. It sounds corny me saying like everything about TJP, but like he brought new life into my brand and my gimmick, so I have no other choice but to look tunnel vision and what me and him can do. You know?
Yeah.
Or,
You guys have
or
been,
honestly,
you guys
like
have been doing really
getting
good.
out of this quarantine and wrestling every weekend. That's probably one of my actual goals right now.
Yeah. But you guys have been doing great as a tag team.
Yes.
Like your work with the North.
Mhm.
That like I'm enjoying that so much.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Okay, we got talking about tag teams. There's one person actually asking like, who was the better tag team partner, TJP or KM?
I can't say that, brother.
You don't have to answer it.
I can't say that, man. Come on, dog. You know, it was good for what it. Everything was good at that time. You know, for what it did for like our careers.
All right. So Potch is asking again, what's the best advice you've ever received as a wrestler?
Keep your mouth shut and your ears open. Hands down, bro.
Totally understand. Yeah. Who'd you hear that from?
I don't remember. I heard it from a bunch of people. A bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how many people told me in the beginning, just shut your mouth. You know what I mean? Just listen to everything. Even if your advice doesn't seem right for you now, it might be right for you later. So
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times people told me to shut up and just listen.
I totally understand that. So we have another question. Which wrestler's entrance music gets you the most hyped?
Right now, Eddie Edwards' theme music from Impact. Hands down. If you ever get a chance, go to the YouTube and YouTube search that, man. That song is fire.
All right, awesome. We got another question from Ken. What was your strangest day job that you had to keep while you were wrestling?
Okay, so I used to work for a Hot Topic. I don't know if there's that store over there. It was like I don't want to say it was a goth show, goth.
Oh no!
Huh?
All right, we got some technical difficulties going. Don't worry, he's gonna come back.
Wait,
we lost you for a second.
Oh,
we lost
I'm
you for
sorry.
a second. So you were.
So
No, it's all right. So you were.
I don't know if you ever heard of Hot Topic.
Yeah, we've heard of Hot Topic.
I used to work retail like my first years in wrestling for Hot Topic. That seemed weird because like before I was all about like music and wrestling. So like I would know all the cool bands and all that other stuff, but now it seems so different as time goes by because I haven't been part of that culture. That like the idea of me working there. Back then, I used to have piercings too. I used to have a red mohawk, and I used to have piercings. I don't know if you see this right here. I used to have a bar right across my eye.
Oh, okay.
Lip ring, all that other stuff. I had all that whole punk / goth gimmick. That was me back in the day.
Yeah.
So
There was a lot of us back in the day, honestly.
Yeah, I had a weird face as a kid, you know. So like the idea that I used to be that, and now like it's not even in my radar anymore. Like it's crazy.
Okay. Next question. Since we've been going like pretty long. We're winding down with a couple more questions.
Sure, man.
So there's one person asking, what was your first experience during a live event? Can you tell us about that? Like the first ever experience during a wrestling live event?
Like you going to a live event or me experiencing?
Like you watching a live event, experiencing as a fan.
So I would have to be the Raw after WrestleMania 20 with Guerrero.
Whoa.
Like yeah, so it was literally that Raw. It was. I remember like Triple H like just lost the title and he came out with a swing because Benoit dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah.
So like he had this crazy fire promo like saying his vengeance about and his plans on getting that title back. It was crazy. And me being a Mick Foley fan, I didn't think Foley was gonna come out, and he came out and did a run in. I lost my mind, bro.
That's all right. That's awesome. So, do you have any like last three questions? Do you have any routine or ritual before you go into a big match?
I go to the bathroom. You know, I go to the corner and lie in the field position and try to get my anxiety out. And I stretch.
Yeah. All right. So, last two questions finally. So, what was the match from Ken? What was the match that made you say, "Yo, I'm gonna be a pro wrestler"? Like, what was that match that like gave you that light bulb moment that I'm actually a pro wrestler now?
I'm going to be a pro wrestler. Like before I.
Like no, like I guess he means it in a way that says, "I'm a pro wrestler now." Like, what match was that that like made you have that freak moment that I'm a wrestler?
Like that I wrestled in, or the one that I saw that like.
Yeah, that you wrestled in.
All right, so. All right, this is gonna sound crazy because this is going back. Like I would have to say that moment happened to me year one. I had a no disqualification match with this guy at the time. His name was Fred Sampson, but now he's known as Darren Young.
Oh,
so
okay.
Me and him had a no disqualification match. My mother was there. There was weapons, and my mom has like now she has a heart condition. Back then, she just had high blood pressure. So she was.
Okay.
The match was so intense and so emotional that my mom needed to take blood pressure medicine after.
Wow.
And like it was scary then. Now we can laugh about it, like me and my mom. But like that moment, that night, like when I went to bed, I'm like, well, like if I can pull that emotion out, like I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like I know it sounds like really morbid, but like we were so intense, and he brought the best out of me. That like you know what I mean? People like got physically ill. So,
yeah. But I hope your mom is doing better right now. I hope she's in good again.
She's good.
But yeah, that is an amazing feeling. Like being able to bring out that feeling in people, that those emotions, those emotions. That is what makes you want to be a wrestler. All right. Winding down to our last question. This is my question. So, what is your favorite Filipino word or phrase to say?
Kaina.
Kaina. Tama. All right, Fallah, thank you again so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, brother.
That morning. It's morning over you. Yeah, it's night over here. If you want, please plug away. Do you have anything that you want everyone watching right now to see?
Twitter @Fallah1, Facebook Fallah Bahh, and obviously if you're not following me on Instagram, Fallahgram1. Just support indie wrestling, support pro wrestling. Check out PWR, PWOT.
Thank you. Thank you.
But one love.
All right. Thank you. One love. Thank you so much again, Fallah. Please take care over there during the quarantine.
Definitely.
I hope to see you very soon.
Definitely.
Hopefully, very soon.
Hopefully.
And yeah, just after the quarantine, let's get some wrestling in, brother.
Let's get
Thank you again so much.
Bro.
Let's get through this quarantine. Thank you again so much, Fallah. Take care. Peace.